Hey guys, if you if you love football, you're gonna love this. This is Gator Talk with your host Alex Perez and Agent Green. Let's head back to the boys from the Disability TV Network studios and your host of Gator Talk, Alex Perez and Agent Green. Take it away, boys. In five, four, three, two, and one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in again to another episode of Gator Talks with your host, Alex Perez, and I am his guest, co star, Mr. Adrian Green. And we are pleased to bring you another edition of Gator Talk. Um, after we was able to see the Gators play a phenomenal game in which they continue to lose. However, they continue to fight and it was a really, really good game, and we enjoyed it. So we'll be operating a little bit different tonight, and what we'll be doing is we'll be winging it a little bit different tonight. We won't be bringing you stats and all of that due to technical difficulties, but next show we'll have it all together for the last show of the season versus the Florida State Seminoles, in which I despise in every way possible. But back to the latter issue at hand, which is the Missouri Tigers. And Florida ended up losing a close game by 2 points. Um, one of a spectacular offensive performance by the Gators. It wasn't perfect, but they performed really well on the road. And so they almost came away with the W. But Billy Napier elected to kick a field goal to take a 1 point lead with 1 minute and 40 something seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, in which he would be giving the ball back to an explosive Missouri Tigers team with Brady Cook and Burden, their best receiver, along with a running back that torched us once again. Once again, it was an awful performance by the defense, who started the game extremely strong. And as the game went on, they appeared to wear down. The linebacking core without Shamar James is evident. You see all of the holes that Florida has. And so we really do need for the 2024 recruiting class that Billy is bringing in to bring in some phenomenal talent, and we need all the help we can get on defense. Once again, a really good performance by the offense, in which we saw Graham Mertz get hurt, picking up a first down for the Florida Gators, and backup quarterback Max Brown came in and played phenomenal football. And I actually have been advocating for Max Brown to get more snaps throughout the season, just as a change of pace, quarterback, and to get his feet wet in case anything happened to Graham Mertz like it did to Saturday night. And but he was prepared. He seemed like a gamer, and he just reminded me, of what they were saying about Tebow. Tebow was a terrible practice player, but when the lights came on, he was a gamer. And I think Max Brown just may be a gamer. He may just be one of those guys that can really, really play. And so, we'll dig in a little bit deeper. And at this time, I'll be bringing in the host of the show, Mr. Alex Perez, and I will be muting my mic. And we want to hear what is on your mind, my brother. All right, Alex, where are you? We don't have you on screen at all. So just bear with us. We're having a bit of technical difficulties tonight. And after 10, Alex, are you there? I think we lost Alex, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be back shortly. So, what I'll do, I'll just continue with my view of the game. And I guess I go back to defense, man, because that's where the holes are. I mean, if your offense can put up 31 points, pretty much a game, and you still lose that game, I mean, 31 points should be enough points to win a basic game. But I guess we got to remember too, we are witnessing a Florida defense that's historically porous. Um, they haven't been this bad since the 1960s and 70s, but I guess it's true about what the Bible says. Things continue to repeat themselves over time, and I guess it bodes well for Florida because if Georgia was horrible and it took 40 years for them to win a championship, and now they're headed toward their third championship, then maybe Florida will come back around, and be able to pull off another semi dynasty as well. So, um, yeah. But special teams played well once again. We had a few turnovers. Max Brown, he fumbled on a handoff in which he didn't quite get it in the sweet spot for Montrell Johnson, and Graham Mertz threw high to Bordenham, the tight end, which he was open on the sideline, but he missed the throw. It got tipped in the air, and every interception that Mertz threw this year has been off a tip pass, high into the outside or high across the middle. And so,
Okay,
but there's our good friend Alex Perez, and I will mute my mic so he can have at it.
okay, partner. Um, Thank you for filling in while I was trying to figure out my camera issue again. So, um, what I what I thought about this game, uh, we had some good start to, to to the game, and it all went downhill hill from there. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. They started the game phenomenal. Billy Napier, he scripts some of the best scripts that I have seen in a long time. The problem is after you run out of the script, he don't know how to call a game freelance. He can't freelance call a game that's but they're getting better. I will say that the offensive coordinator Rob Sell and Napier, they starting to do a lot better than they did before. So I'll give them credit for that. You got your mic muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. What is your favorite moment of the game that you've seen, partner, before it all went downhill?
I think my favorite part of the game was watching Max Brown have a turnover and then coming back on the field and you know just putting a fourth quarter drive together in a hostile environment, and he didn't look scared, he didn't look worried. Man, that cat, I think Max Brown may be, I think he may be a dude. He may be a dude that we might be proud of. But I've been saying it all year. You got to bring in a change of pace. It's You can't have them on the roster and don't use them. I mean, there's some players that Billy Napier brought in that he's not even using. Bruce Spurlock, like, where is this guy at? We need all the help we can get on defense. So maybe he's not as good as we thought he was. And so sometimes it's a hit or miss. Sometimes you get good in the portal, and sometimes you missed and waste a scholarship. And I think that just may be one of the cases where they may have missed, and that may be a wasted scholarship.
That's a great point as always, Adrian. Thank you for hanging in there while I again had a little bit of technical difficulties with my camera because I'm not using my com- computer tonight because I was having technical issues with that at the last second. So I had to wing it tonight and just just had to do it on my phone. So um back to the topic that is at hand here. I'm sorry to get off topic, but so um the the Gators had some key moments of the game. They 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 fought hard. You, you know what I mean? They was able to fall back into into the into the game. Um, um, but at the end, Missouri, um, um, at the last second, kicked the field goal to um to to win to win the game. To me, they really got to step it up against the the Florida State Seminoles because you know this is their last chance to to show show each show show us that they want to 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 play, so um so I um they they fought hard in Missouri, but it wasn't hard enough. Going back to the previous episodes, what you said. Sorry to beat a dead horse, but but they look like a Sun Belt team again over there at 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 Missouri. I mean, do you agree?
Yeah, I 100% agree, man. The defense, man, is poor tackling. Once again, the defense is porous. You got some really good players on that line, but 11 is one. It's got to be 11 is one. And they had a chance to finish the game twice. They kicked the winning field goal with a minute and something, almost 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes left to go. Me personally, I felt like Bidley should have went for the score versus the field goal. The defense had been playing better, but they had been giving up some large, chunk plays. And I just didn't feel comfortable with a minute and 49 seconds or a minute and 40 something seconds with Brady Cook at home, this crowd, Luther Burden, the wide receiver that's been torching us all night long. And I just didn't feel comfortable. I was like, man, I think we need to just go for the score and force Missouri to try and score with a little bit of time left. And but I'm gonna tell you this: even if they would have scored, I'm not so sure Florida would have kept them out the end zone. They probably still would have drove 70 something yards and scored. Like they literally fourth and 17. Florida had a 99.9% chance to win this game if they stopped them on fourth and 17. 1%. Missouri got the 1% throw to their best receiver in a soft spot over the middle, broke our back. I looked at the body language of the players, and you can see that they was just their disposition was so horrible. I felt so bad for those guys because they fought so hard and they tried so hard, but a couple mental mistakes. They continued to make mental mistakes and at critical times, and it's costing them young guys. I mean, you got freshmen out there everywhere in the secondary, and I just feel so bad for those guys, man. I'm telling you, I feel their pain. You know, I do my job, but the man beside me don't do his job. And so now we all scrambling trying to help, which make me get out of position. And now, you know, the play is it's a big hole in the play because a man was supposed to go left and he went right. So now I got to go left to cover up where you were supposed to go. And man, just the mental mistakes is killing Florida. Offensive line, false starts, Damian George continuing to be beat, regularly being beat. Austin Barber out, Iguaquin out. Who else left? Uh, the patchwork offensive line. Man, it's tough. Billy got his hands full. That's for sure. It was tough. It was tough.
Um, Adrian, I got a couple questions for you. Um, if you would like to answer them for me, uh, what was the deal with them putting 1 second back on the clock to to finish the game out?
Well, the guy he didn't catch the ball, so technically, if he didn't catch the ball, they can't just run the clock off. I felt like they should have just let it go. I mean, Florida ain't finna do nothing with 1 second. I mean, we all know that. They got 80 something yards to go. Okay, well, 70 something yards to go. So, no, no. But that's what that was all about. He threw the ball to a receiver, the receiver dropped it. And technically speaking, it was 1 second left. So they put the 1 second back on the clock. What's your next question?
And and you know, I I, I felt like I've been saying to you all year long is this team is going to be uh, ready for this next game coming up. I mean, we've been playing awful, and then the next game w- we play good, but it's 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 not great to be a 40 gator right now, Adrian. It's not. I'm upset with the whole Gator team this year. I'm just telling you how I feel, partner. Are they gonna g- get better like over time, or what do you think that they need to do? Because I don't know. I run out of out of words to say. I'm very upset to be a Gator right now. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, I absolutely agree. And like I said, I mean the only place they can go from here is up. I mean it's freshmen, it's redshirt freshmen, it's sophomores, redshirt juniors. I mean it's young guys, redshirt sophomores. So the team can't do nothing but get better from here. That's the only place they could really go. They have to go up. We at rock bottom right now, so you don't get any lower than rock bottom.
I mean this this game I thought was a tragedy, a tragedy. You know, um, I felt at at the point of the game that they did they did well, but at the end they kind of lost it. You know, you, you you know what I mean?
Yeah, it happens, man. They played a great game and they just lost it at the end. Like I say, once again, you're talking about freshmen. We're talking about young guys that ain't never played this many snaps against this type of opposition. You know, the opponents that they facing SEC caliber running backs, wide receivers, quarterback, offensive line. I mean, these guys, they play in the SEC. They like, they pit bulls, man. These cats, they go hard. It's not enough to just go hard. You got to be talented. So, Florida just got to keep recruiting and they'll be fine. They just young.
I mean, H, Adrian. Um, where do we go? Where do we go from here? Do we go back in the transfer portal and look for some new gators to do we quote? I don't know how it works. Can you break that down for us?
Yeah. So what they'll do is they can bring in up to 27 or 28 scholarship players from high school. And depending on how much attrition they have, how many players leave or stay, they can bring in more players from the transfer portal. And say, for instance, they got a few guys that just didn't work out and they feel like they'll be better off at another program, then the coaches can offer that player an opportunity to go to another school and compete at another school so that they can make space for another player. And we'll see plenty of that this off season. I expect Billy to go into the portal and pull out some offensive linemen, tons of defense. I mean, you got to go get two or three guys on the D line like yesterday. You literally got to go get some D linemen. And they got a bunch of young linebackers coming in, so I think they'll be fine there. And they got a little bit of safety help coming in. They got a 5-star safety coming in as well. So I think they'll be good at safety. Cornerback, they recruited really heavily last year in 2023. And so we should see those players hit the field. And so yeah, he will be in the transfer portal pulling out at least you want to probably pull out about five, maybe really top talented players, and the rest you want to bring in from high school to supplement your class and bring in a new influx of talent.
I I mean, can can you please keep keep us updated about that partner in the off season?
Oh yeah, we'll check in from time to time. Like National Recruiting Signing Day, we can get together. I give you a heads up, and after everything, all the dust settle, we can kind of go over who they was able to sign and who flipped or brought in, or who they was able to take from another school.
What do you think about mm, Billy Napier's press conference and what he said?
I thought he was honest. I thought Billy was totally honest. I thought he kept it real. It's some things that he want to say that he can't say. It's some players that's not holding up their end of the bargain, but you can't throw them up under the bus. I think it's some coaches that's not holding their end of the bargain, but you can't throw them under the bus either. So as a head coach, he balancing everything really well for a head coach. He's doing really, really well.
Well, what me and my girlfriend were saying, w- we was watching the game together, and and she was saying that if Billy doesn't get it together, he needs to be fired. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, I absolutely agree because he know that he was brought there to do a job, and when you hire somebody to do a job, if they not doing the job, you got to bring in somebody that can do the job. It's nothing personal. It's all about performing, doing your job. You have to do your job, and at this point, it's still yet to be seen. But like I say, I don't think they get rid of him this year. Only because the team seem like they playing better toward the end of the year. They may get lucky and somebody still may accept them into a bowl game. I hope they do, because those young men deserve another opportunity to keep playing and growing. And I think they performed well against really top teams. I mean, Missouri was the number 19 in the country, and they almost upset them. So we talking about freshmen. So at the end of the day, when they do good, we want to praise them, and then when they do bad, we want to trash them. So we gotta keep it real at all times. If they played bad, they played bad. They played good, they played good, and let's just keep it there.
What do you think that this team needs to do to to get better on both sides of the ball, partner?
Like I say, on defense, it's the end of the year now, so it ain't much that they can do to change. I mean, they got to get better on the D line on defense and tighten up in the back of the secondary. And on offense, they got to find some consistency on the offensive line. And and that's pretty much it. Just if they can fix their offensive line on offense, that's it. I mean, they got playmakers out there. So that's not the issue. The issue with Florida right now is defense. Can they get the defense fixed?
And can th- they be that caliber team that 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 we've seen in what was it when they went to a championship game and won it all. Uh, I can't remember. Was it like in the Tim Tebow area?
Yep, it was the Tebow era, my friend. In the early 2000s, 2006, 2008. It's been a long time since they won a championship. So, yeah. Do you have any closing thoughts as we get ready to wrap it up?
And, oh, Yes, I thank you for reminding me, Adrian. Um, um, I just hope that the Gators will do better against Florida State. And what do you look forward seeing from this team in the the near future once they get players that can can play.
Well, to answer the last part of your question, once they get players that can play, it'll make you feel good to be a Gator again. That much is a given. And what I expect from the Florida game, I expect a really good game. Florida State will be starting a new quarterback because Travis Young broke his ankle and he's done for the rest of the year. Graham Mertz is done for the rest of the year. So we playing Florida will be starting a new quarterback and Florida State will be starting a new quarterback. So the table is pretty much even. The only problem is Florida State got a better roster than Florida do at this particular time. And so we'll see. It's a rivalry game, tempers flare, and guys play better. Some guys fold under pressure. So we'll see what happened with that. And yeah, so as far as my closing remarks, um, I just expect a good game. I just want to see passion from the coach and the coaching staff, and I want to see passion from the players. Um, just play like Graham Mertz played. Play like your hair on fire. That's all we ask. Play like a football player, and not like you don't care what the results are. So once again, man, it's been really, really fun doing this episode with you. We look forward to bringing you the latest news and stats every opportunity that we get. And once again, I'm the guest host, and that is the star of the show, Mr. Alex Perez, who
And
is your host.
and we're gonna do some off season show shows to get you, you know, keep you updated about uh Gator um Gator football, you know, who who the Gators sign and 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 all that in the off season if you're willing to 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 join me on that endeavor, Asian.
Yep, we'll get around to that, and that's not until December. I think the middle of December, December 17th or something like that. So whenever the first signing period come around, I get in contact with you and we'll put something together at that particular time.
Okay. Like always, this is as you've seen in the title down below Adrian's video, we was talking about Florida Gators versus the 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 Missouri and the Gators have to play with some uh, some uh, uh, some passion, a little bit momentum, um, a little bit more synergy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, like I say, man, we just hope for a really good game and looking forward to seeing the game. And until that come, we'll be on standby. It's been a pleasure coming on the show tonight and doing this Missouri episode. And we look forward to the Florida State game coming up.
And and like we say, this 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 is ep- episode 11. Adrian, if you want to close us out like we normally do, I'll just I'll just mute my mic and we can end the show. But until then, this is Alex Perez, and for my co-host Adrian Green, doing good work as always, telling us what he knows about Gator football. Good job, Adrian, as always, and I look forward to seeing you for the last episode of the season, partner, and we'll see what the Florida State Seminoles and the Florida Gators last game look like. But until we see you again, guys, like I say, go Gators. And
Go Gators.
and Adrian, do you want to close us out?
All right, everybody. It's been a pleasure, and we look forward to seeing you next weekend after the Florida Gators face the nose of North Florida. And this was the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help us God. Until next time, everybody be safe, be blessed. And that's your host, Alex Perez, and I'm the co host, Adrian Green. And we are signing off for the night. Sayonara, and have a great day. God bless you.